straight into it, and I'll be talking to you guys about how I wanted to become a developer and what online resources I actually used. So let's get straight into it. So I'm going to go through the online resources that you could potentially use. So to all my existing subscribers, thank you. To all my existing subscribers, thank you very much indeed for following and continue supporting your girl. To all my new subscribers, thank you very much indeed for joining the channel. So essentially, I wanted to become a coder or developer primarily because I couldn't find a developer in the UK to help me code my website. So what I decided I wanted to do was, well, I was of the mindset, well, if you can't do it for me, I'm just going to get it done myself. So I watched relentless YouTube videos, and the general consensus was, oh, it took 3 to 4 months in order for me to learn how to code, and probably 6 months to obviously be proficient in it. So I thought, okay, I could potentially do this. So I went on Udemy, bought a course, and a quarter of the way through I realized, this is so not for me. It went over my head. I wasn't passionate about it. So I've realized in life, when you're not passionate about something, 9 times out of 10 you're not going to follow it through because you are not passionate about it. It's not something that's easy at all, I would say. But what I want to do now is just basically share my screen with you of some of the online marketplaces or platforms that you could potentially use in order to learn how to code. Some of them are free, some of them you obviously have to pay for. But the onus is entirely up to you. Now, why did I just do that? That doesn't even make any sense. Okay, so we went on something called Udemy. Udemy is an online marketplace to learn anything from coding to anything. It's basically like your online. It's like basically going to university but online. But well, you don't really write a dissertation or anything. You just probably get one exercise. But hey ho, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I wanted to learn Python, and I went on to Udemy, and I obviously typed in Python because that's what I wanted to learn. And they've basically got so many different courses of how you can actually learn how to code. So there's 100 days code, the complete Python Pro Bootcamp for 2022. It's a bestseller. It's received 8,629 ratings. And not only that, it tells you, it outlines what you're actually going to learn. You're going to be able to program Python professionally, create a portfolio of 100 Python projects, and be able to use Python for data science and machine learning, build GUIs, desktop applications with Python. Basically, it's a 60-hour course on-demand video. You've got 230 articles, 128 downloadable resources, 1 coding exercise, and it's full-time exercise. You can obviously, here it is what I'm reading out here. You can obviously access it on mobile and TV. So this is actually brilliant. This is something that you would actually get, say for example, you went to university and you was doing maybe an undergraduate course, or even potentially even a master's course, because obviously due to the kind of what's actually happened in the world, a lot of people had to do online learning for university. So they access their courses and lectures online. This is exactly the same thing, no different, but it's kind of you're teaching yourself, even though you have a lecturer. No, you don't really have a lecturer there, but you've got lectures and stuff to attend. So this is really, really good. The only problem is, as I said before, with anything that you're doing in life, you have to be passionate about it. I'm not passionate about coding. I'm passionate about coffee. I'm passionate about innovation. That is what I'm passionate about. And that is obviously what I would kind of put my energy in towards. So this is an example of what someone could potentially use should they be interested in learning how to code. Like I said before, you can use Python for other things. Let's see if they got something on, I don't know. Let's just do something random. Bakery. Oh, see, they've even got a course on bakery. Let's see if they've got anything called entrepreneurship. This will be quite good, because this is what my kind of channel's about, entrepreneurship. Okay, they've got extensive courses on entrepreneurship, and they are £15.99 if you want to learn an entire MBA in one course. But you can kind of see the gist of where I'm going with this. This place is obviously a marketplace of online courses, and it's full of content. You guys, you need to check out Udemy. Use is called Codeacademy. They've got a basic version, a pro version, and a teams version. Now the basic version is obviously going to be limited in some of its functionalities in terms of real world projects, step-by-step guidance. So the support there is quite limited, but obviously if you try their pro version, it's obviously free for 7 days, after which you have to pay. And then they've got the teams one, which is unlimited support. Their catalogue of online courses that you can learn is probably endless when it comes to languages. You've got HTML, you've got Python, JavaScript, SQL, Bash, Ruby, PHP, Kotlin, Swift, C, loads of different kind of programming languages. And for example, it kind of gives you an overview when you're here of telling you what to expect and why they obviously like Python. And it kind of gives you friendly beginner courses. Just say, for example, you wanted to learn the basics. But I'm noticing that obviously most of the courses are on the pro version. Okay, this is not on the pro version. This is beginner friendly. It's got one course. Oh, okay, it's beginner friendly, and it's got a couple of lectures in there. So it's quite useful. So it all kind of depends on what platform you want to use. I think they're both equally as good. And it all depends on you. Freecodecamp. Basically, their mission is to help people learn code for free. We accomplish this by creating thousands of videos, articles, and interactive coding lessons. Let's see what you got there. Okay, learn to code for free. You can earn certificates, build projects, and they've gotten a lot of people jobs in these following industry. Get started. It's free. A Freecodecamp students, local students study group in Korea. Okay. It says it's scary to change careers. I only gained confidence that I could code by working through the hundreds of hours of free lessons on Freecodecamp. Within a year, I had a six-figure job as a software engineer. Freecodecamp changed my life. Sarah Chima in Nigeria, she's a software engineer at ChatDesk. And she basically said that this was her gateway to her career as a software developer. The well-structured curriculum took her coding knowledge from a total beginner level to a very confident level. It was everything I needed to land my first dev job at an amazing company. So, and we've got Emma Bostian in Sweden. She's a software engineer at Spotify. And she says, I've always struggled learning JavaScript. I've taken many courses, but Freecodecamp course was the one which stuck. It says studying JavaScript as well, data structures and algorithms on Freecodecamp gave me the skills and competence I needed to land my dream job as a software engineer at Spotify. So you will earn free verified certifications in responsive web design, JavaScript algorithms and data structures, front-end development and libraries, data visualization, back-end development and APIs, quality assurance, scientific computing with Python, data analysis with Python, information security, machine learning with Python, responsive web design. And you know what? It's free. Let's see what it has to do. Oh God, you got to sign in with Google. Or if your account is free, your account is private by default. Use your email address to show your clicking in progress. Okay, so let me just log in. Just bear with me. I've actually logged in now, and these are some of the courses that they have. They've got the web design responsive certification course, the JavaScript algorithm data structure, front-end development libraries, 300 hours. Most of these courses are like 300 hours long. So And I think this is pretty good, given the fact that it's actually free. So yeah, they basically talk you through the courses, HTML, CSS, I would assume. Yeah, they do talk about basic CSS. Yeah. So these are the things that they actually talk about. And obviously, if you didn't want to pay for it, you could potentially go on something like Freecodecamp and learn kind of the basics. I want to know if they got Python. I'm obsessed with Python, sorry. Yeah. They've got everything. And it's free, and you don't really have to pay for anything. So I'm of the kind of idea that if it's free and you can learn something, go ahead and learn it. If you want to utilize Udemy, you think because Udemy is more kind of hands-on, then go to Udemy or try Codeacademy. But people, from their testimonials, people seem to have done very well in terms of like getting jobs at Spotify, Amazon, and wherever else. So this is a potential place that you can obviously try out. It's called Freecodecamp. I'm actually going to look at is Codewars. It says achieve mastery through coding and practice. Obviously it's got you much, it's really, really good. It essentially basically enables you to basically solve problems with your peers. You obviously have to sign up to use this. And I think this is really good in obviously sharpening your knowledge. You've got different programming languages here. You've got Java, you've got JavaScript, you've got PHP, you've got Ruby, you've got Scala, you've got Python, you've got Kotlin. You've got so many different programming languages here to choose from. So I think that this is really, really good from solving exercise, and I think it's really, really good for you to sharpen your knowledge amongst your peers, and that's how you learn, really, is through experience now. So this is obviously a good way to kind of test to see what you've learned, and make it fun. Someone said, I swear Codewars is better than college. But you can see, to do you must prove your skills. I think this is absolutely brilliant. This code doesn't execute properly. Try to figure out why. So it just shows you, it gives you loads and loads of examples of code that it's not obviously executing properly, and obviously you need to do, and you need to solve it. And obviously based on the fact that you've gone on something like, say, Udemy or Freecodecamp or Codeacademy, you can apply the knowledge that you've learned there and actually test this out to see if it actually works. Do you know what I mean? So I think Codewars is a thumbs up for me. Definitely a thumbs up. You need to try Codewars after you've gone on any other platforms that I've spoken about.